Maybe you thought you would be further ahead by now. Maybe the job ended, the relationship changed, your health forced you to stop. Or maybe nothing dramatic happened at all. You simply looked at your life one day and realized you couldn't keep living it in the same way. Now you're facing the part nobody makes look appealing, beginning again. It can feel embarrassing. It can feel unfair. And when you look at people your age who seem settled, certain, and miles ahead of you, it can feel as though you've somehow failed. But starting over doesn't mean you're back at the beginning. You aren't starting with nothing. You're starting with experience. You know more about what works for you, what drains you, what you value, and what you can no longer ignore. That doesn't make rebuilding easy, but it does mean this isn't the end of your story. It could be the first honest part of it. We tend to picture life as a straight line. You choose a direction, work hard, make sensible decisions, and eventually arrive somewhere that feels secure. That's the plan, at least. Real life rarely behaves that neatly. People lose jobs they thought were safe. Relationships end after years of trying to make them work. Parents step away from careers because their children need them. Health changes, money gets tight, priorities shift. Sometimes you simply become someone who no longer fits inside the life you built years ago. None of that automatically makes you a failure. It means something changed, and now you have to decide what to do with what you know. The painful part is that starting over can look like going backwards from the outside. You might earn less for a while, move somewhere smaller, return to study, apply for jobs you thought you would have outgrown by now, ask for help when you are used to managing alone, watch other people reach milestones while you're still trying to get your footing. That can bruise your pride. But a life that looks impressive from the outside can still be completely wrong for the person living it. Staying somewhere only because leaving would look like failure is not success. It is fear making the decision for you. Starting again may change how your life looks. More importantly, it gives you a chance to change how your life feels. And you are not back at zero. Zero would mean you learned nothing. It would mean you had no experience, no judgment, and no clearer understanding of what you need. But you do. You know which warning signs you ignored. You know what you tolerated for too long. You know what you kept telling yourself would improve on its own. You know where you gave too much, stayed too quiet, or waited for permission that never came. Some of those lessons were expensive. You may wish you had learned them differently, but they still belong to you now. The question is whether you will use them. If you're rebuilding, I want you to begin with 3 honest questions. The first is, what am I no longer willing to repeat? This isn't about blaming yourself for everything that happened. Some things were outside your control. The point is to notice what is within your control now. Maybe you're no longer willing to stay in work that leaves you constantly anxious. Maybe you're finished ignoring your finances because looking at them feels uncomfortable. Maybe you won't keep shrinking yourself to make a relationship easier for someone else. Maybe you're done waiting for everybody around you to approve of a decision that only you have to live with. Be specific. I want a better life is too broad to guide you. I will no longer ignore a problem until it becomes a crisis. Gives you something you can recognize and act on. Knowing what you refuse to repeat gives your new beginning boundaries. The second question is, what am I taking with me? When something ends badly, it is easy to dismiss the entire chapter as wasted time. But very few chapters are completely empty. What did you learn to do? What did you survive? What responsibility did you carry? What strength did you use so often that you stopped noticing it was a strength? Perhaps you learned how to manage a household while working. Perhaps you became better at reading people. Perhaps you learned to stay calm during difficult conversations, organize chaos, care for somebody else, or keep going when nobody was encouraging you. Those things count. They may not appear neatly on a certificate, but they are still evidence of what you can do. Don't carry every part of your old life into the next one. Carry the useful parts. Leave behind what kept hurting you. Take the lesson without making the pain your identity. The third question is, what is one small thing I can build next? Not the whole new life, not the perfect 5-year plan, just the next piece. When you're starting over, looking at everything at once can make you freeze. You think about the new job, the money, the home, your confidence, your health, and all the time you believe you've lost. Your mind turns it into one enormous problem and then tells you that one person couldn't possibly solve it. So make it smaller. Update one section of your CV, make one phone call, look at one course, put aside a small amount of money, take one walk, send one application. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Do the next action that makes tomorrow slightly easier than today. Small does not mean meaningless. A new life is usually built through ordinary actions repeated before they feel impressive. This is also where comparison becomes dangerous. You can always find someone your age who appears to be ahead of you. Someone with the career, relationship, home, or confidence you thought you would have by now. But you don't know the full cost of their life, and they don't know the full weight of yours. Their timeline cannot tell you what your next move should be. The most useful comparison is much closer. Are you making a better decision than the one you would have made before? Are you dealing with something you once avoided? Are you becoming more honest about what you need? That is progress, even when nobody else can see it yet. And yes, age can make starting again feel heavier. At 20, people often call it exploring. Later, the same change can be treated as though something went wrong. You may hear that you should be settled by now, that it is risky to change direction, or that you have missed your chance. But staying in the wrong place does not become wise, simply because you have already spent years there. Time already spent is not a reason to spend the rest of your time the same way. You do need to be realistic. Starting over may involve responsibilities you didn't have when you were younger. You may have children, bills, health concerns, or people who depend on you. Just take the risk is not useful advice when somebody else could be affected by the consequences. So don't confuse courage with recklessness. You can rebuild carefully. You can plan, save, learn, and move in stages. You can keep your current job while preparing for another one. You can ask for support. You can take a smaller step than you wanted and still be moving in the right direction. The important thing is that fear isn't making every decision for you. There will be days when rebuilding feels hopeful. There will also be days when it feels humiliating, slow, and exhausting. On those days, remember this. Beginning again is not proof that your life went wrong. It is proof that you're still willing to take responsibility for what happens next. You're allowed to grieve what ended and still believe something better can be built. You're allowed to miss the person you were and still outgrow the life they accepted. You're allowed to begin before you feel confident. You don't need to turn the past into a beautiful lesson. Some experiences are simply painful. You only need to decide that the pain will not make every future choice for you. If you're starting over right now, take a piece of paper and answer these 3 questions. What am I no longer willing to repeat? What am I taking with me? And what is one small thing I can build next? Don't try to fix your entire life tonight. Choose one answer and act on it. If you're rebuilding your life right now, this channel is for the part nobody prepares you for. The doubt, the setbacks, and the practical work of beginning again. Tell me in the comments, what is one thing you're moving towards now? Subscribe if you want more of this. No hype, no fake energy, just the truth. Don't wait to feel ready. Rise anyway. This is Arizin.